We're back. The new SEC podcast. Number one, Texas is taking on Ohio State in the Horseshoe. Hunter, what are we thinking for this game?
Man, this is 2 years in a row now. Texas has played the defending national champ on the road. Both new quarterbacks are playing. Texas comes in as 2-point dogs, which is a little surprising. This is the first time in 47 years a number one team has started the season as an underdog. So either way, this is already probably the game of the year. I know like LSU Clemson will be big. I mean, this is the game of the year and it's week one. I think it could go either team's way just straight off the jump.
Yeah, I mean, I think like you, this game could really go either way. Both brand new starting quarterbacks. I would say it's pretty safe to say that Ohio State kind of has the wide receiver position one with Jeremiah Smith, but there's a lot of turnover for Ohio State's defense. Lost a lot of guys to the NFL, so I'm curious how they come out against Arch Manning here in this game.
Yeah, and Arch and Julian Sain is kind of like the marquee, the new quarterbacks, how they're going to battle. You got, Jeremiah Smith being a big topic of conversation. This game is a conversation about departures. Like you said, Ohio State defense, especially the D-line, and then Texas facing the same kind of problem with the O-line. Those two units that are going to face each other with a lot of new faces is kind of the story of the game. Whoever wins that battle, Texas O-line versus the D-line for Ohio State, I think wins this game, and it's because of that turnover.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I mean, I was looking through Phil Steele's magazine, and he talked about how the Ohio State D-line has no returning starters. They picked up Bo Atkinson in the portal from North Carolina. So last year it's 7.5 sacks. Should help kind of add some pressure in this game for Ohio State. They're going to need it. And they also bring back Sonny Styles, right? Linebacker from last season. He had 4.5 tackles for losses, 6 sacks, had a major fumble in the game last year in the playoff game, or forced fumble in the game last year. He's going to be looking to continue to add to that pressure from last year's game.
Yeah, and you probably return the best defensive back, maybe the best defensive player in the country in Caleb Downs at Ohio State, who's essentially the quarterback of the defense for that team, not just for the DBs. I mean, he's going to be all over the field. That's going to be a huge matchup for now looking at the skill players for Texas. The receiving core, like you mentioned, in a 1-to-1 battle with Ohio State kind of edges them out. They do bring back some experience, Ryan Wingo being one of them. In this, though, Texas is going to have to be able to run the ball. I think that's a huge component because throwing against this Ohio State team last season and returning a lot on the defensive back side of the ball is going to be tough for Texas to throw. So with the deep running back room that Texas has, they have to be able to get something going on the ground.
Yeah, I expect Texas to kind of win the running back battle in this game, right? I mean, on paper, they look to be better, right? Last year, Ohio State had Quinshon Judkins and Trayvon Henderson. This year, they're starting James Peoples, so he's a brand new second-year guy for this team, and they brought in C.J. Donaldson from West Virginia, so he had 11 touchdowns there last season at West Virginia. He's projected to be the second backup running back, so I expect him and James to split carries, but I would say Texas has the advantage of Contravion Wisner and C.J. Baxter, given what they bring in from last season.
Yeah, and you got Jared Gibson back there as well. I mean, they're deep in the running back game. Now, on the other side of the ball, the Ohio State offense, Julian Sain, former Alabama transfer to Ohio State, a new quarterback in his first start has never beat a number one team. He doesn't have that working in his favor. He looks to break that trend. I think it's 18-0 for new quarterbacks playing a number one team in their first start, but he has the weapons around him too, as far as Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate in the receiving core.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State, I would say is wide receiver U these days, right? In the past, it's been Alabama. I know this is an SEC podcast, so you might feel otherwise. We might feel otherwise, but Ohio State's kind of been dominating. Emeka Egbuka, if I'm saying his name right, obviously graduated this past year, now in the Bucks. They're going to have to rely a lot on Carnell Tate at Ohio State and rely a lot on Jeremiah Smith in this game. If fans remember from last year, Texas's strategy really was to lock down Jeremiah Smith to win the game. He only had 1 catch for 3 yards. Ohio State relied a lot on their running backs to kind of fill up that receiver production. And so I'm curious to see if Texas is going to be able to lock down Jeremiah Smith this game. When you talk about Julian Sain coming into this year, this being his first game, trying to break that streak when it comes to first-year quarterbacks beating the number 1 ranked team in their first ever start. It's gonna require some contributions from Jeremiah Smith. It's gonna require some contributions from Cardinal Tate. We talked about the running back play, and I mean Texas's defense is nasty. There's a couple key departures they've had, but Colin Simmons could may well be one of the best defenders in the country. You mentioned Caleb Downs for Ohio State, and you got Anthony Hill as well. I mean, this defense is dirty, so it's not going to be an easy test for Julian Sayin to lead against this team, even at home.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we talking about key departures. I mean, Texas we talked about how whether it was Jahdae Barron or Caleb Downs to be the best defensive back from last season, they lose Jahdae Barron. While he was there, a lot of these other guys did get reps of getting thrown at because no one was throwing Barron's way. You return a lot of guys. You have Malik Muhammad. You have Jalen Goubeau, who's going to play on the other side from him.
Got that boy Michael Taft, man. Come on.
Don't forget about him. I mean, the DBs at Texas, it's one of the rare instances in college football where you return a lot, guys who have worked their way through, played year after year. It combines a team together. You don't have a lot of transfers in. You're returning talent. So I like what the Texas DBs do in this game. Like I mentioned, a couple key factors. The O-line, I think a huge piece will be the special teams for Texas as well. They had kicking struggles last year. You now bring in Texas State, Oklahoma State kicker will come in, Mason Shipley. And hopefully you have a little bit of improvement there, and that helps out in this game too.
Yeah, maybe some relation to Jordan Shipley. Who knows? Texas receiver legend there for Texas, the kicker coming in from Oklahoma State. But the special teams play will matter, and we kind of covered across the gamut: offense, defense, special teams. And like I said, I like the Texas defense from continuity, what they bring back last year. I like what the offense brings as well. I think that Ohio State has the best offensive player in this game. And you could argue that Ohio State has the best defensive player in this game, but it's a team game. And so when we think about this game, what's your final prediction?
I'm going to take, from a betting standpoint, I'm going to take the under on this one. I'm going to take Texas. Forget the points. I like Texas 23-17, staying under that 47.5 total.
I like it. I'm pretty close to your prediction. I mean, I'm at 24-17. I said, I think it'll be close. I feel like both of these quarterbacks are going to take some time to get warmed up, to get settled. It's going to require some contributions from the running game and to be able to pass to rushers. And that's where Contravian Wisner, shines for Texas in this game. So I like 24-17. So maybe one more touchdown than yourself. But let us know what you think in the comments here. And if you like content like this, please like, follow, subscribe. It's a new SEC podcast. I'm Randall Ledet Jr., and I'm here with Hunter Ziesman.